let's learn about the most essential tips before you are taking up data science program. The very first tip, or we can say the very first checklist is, do you really love these 3 points? So what are these 3 points? The very first one is, do you really love problem solving? If you are very much interested, hey, I'm very interested in solving business problems, data science is for you. And the second one is, if you are interested to play with the numbers, the reason why is, now your mathematics, statistics and probability going to be your new friends, or they're going to be your new colleagues. You need to love your playing with numbers. So if you don't really like to play with the numbers, again, data science may not be for you. And you need to be curious to learn new tools. So now there are a lot of new tools going to come into the market, and as a data scientist, you need to keep on evolving with the new tools. If you are really interested with these 3 things, if you really love to do these 3 things, Kant, I'm very much interested in solving the problems. I'm very much interested in playing with the numbers. I'm very much interested in being curious to learn new tools. Then yes, you're able to check mark, yes, data science is purely for you. And forget about being a fresher and all that. In case if you are able to plan the skill set, yes, you can still really crack a job on data science. Now the third one, the second one is like the math fundamental. So before you are going with your data science, so now before you are enrolling into a course or etc., or even after enrolling, don't just rely only on a course. So start going with this basic or mathematical fundamentals. Especially you need to understand about linear algebra. Just whenever you find some time, read it in ChatGPT or Gemini or any of these platforms, or read from the internet, just read about linear algebra. So why? As a data scientist, we use vectors and matrices in our data science operations. We use linear transformations. For example, we try to create eigenvalues, eigenvectors, PCA, LDA, all this we will be working on linear transformations with the help of, which comes into a category of linear algebra. And if you are trying to go, means like within your deep learning and machine learning algorithms, especially as a branch of data science, or even AI people going to use machine learning and deep learning algorithm, then you need to have a knowledge about the calculus, means playing crucial role. So now calculus plays a very much crucial role in lines of optimization. So people who are into ML or DL, they will be learning, oh, this is optimization. But calculus major purpose is to perform optimization. So as part of calculus, you need to focus on differential calculus. So we try to do certain derivatives in back propagation or gradient descent. There are these algorithms. So we've tried to work on this differential calculus. We try to perform integral calculus. They are very important. So under your back propagation in deep learning, so where we call it as gradient descent, there are different gradient optimization techniques we have it. And then you need to work on Fourier series. Fourier series is important for analyzing your audio data, signal data, or even some types of some areas like to do some forecasting. Even Fourier series are important. And then you need to focus on permutations and combinations. So now you can ask me a question, Khan, do I need to learn, do I need to remember everything like an intermediate guy? The answer is not really. Now you are trying to brush them up. You are trying to brush up. You are just reading whenever you find some time. Instead of going and spending time on OTT platforms or etc., just download a PDF, free PDF on linear algebra. Download a free PDF on your calculus. Whenever you find some free time, just browse it in your phone. Just try to get some idea. Means you are trying to be familiar, or you are revisiting all these concepts. And once you completed your math fundamentals, then try to be good with your probability and statistical concepts. So now probability and statistics going to be your mind-blowing friend. Means as you are into your data careers, you're gonna use probability and statistics. Especially within probability and statistics, try to remember random variables, probability distribution, conditional probability. Just do like a prerequisite, just like brush them up. And prepare your statistical concepts. Statistics is divided into 2 parts. Descriptive statistics. Within descriptive, you have a lot of drill down, and within inferential, you have a lot of drill down. You can prepare descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. And then once you completed this theory part and all that, then you can learn about programming. So like Python and R programming. So Python and R are, for example, if you take it, I will be using R programming especially for data analysis operations, for visualizations, and even for statistical operations. So I can use R for data analysis, visualization, and statistics. Whereas Python, I can use it for data analysis, visualization, statistics, plus even I can use it for AI. In the future, if you want to be an AI engineer or you want to be a Gen AI engineer or etc., then Python going to help you a lot. So try to focus on any one tool. You don't need to learn both. You can focus on any one. If you are learning Python, automatically you can easily understand R programming. For example, in Python, we call it as library. In Python, we call it as library. So now in your R programming, we call it as package. So now I'm not going into the terminology, but in Python, we call it as library. In R programming, we are calling it as package. So now here, in order to install a library, we try to say pip install. Now here install.packages, we try to install it. In order to load it, we simply say library of that particular name or require of that particular name, we are able to load it in R programming. R is very, very simple. So now for example, if I want to show you, now this is R Studio environment. It is getting opened. This is your R programming environment where you got your this is your area where you write a code. Now here I'm trying to create a particular list, or we can say I'm trying to create a one-dimensional array. And here I'm trying to create a matrix. Here I'm trying to add a value x, y, and I'm trying to perform addition operation of two variables. So this is how you write it in R programming. The same way you are able to do it in Python. So Python can be used directly in a terminal. I can just simply click terminal. I can go to terminal, I can simply say Python, and here I can start doing a equal to 3, b equal to 3, and a plus b. So I'm able to do this kind of operation. So here you can see, so this is Python, where I have just provided a equal to 3, b equal to 3, and a plus b, I'm able to get it. So even in your Python, you're able to, the code is straightforward. You don't need to do it like your C programming or even like Java. You may not have that complexity. Both R and Python are very easy. But if you want to learn something first, learn your Python first. If you learn Python, learning R programming going to be easy. So that's not mandatory. Means like as a data scientist, you keep on learning a lot of new tools. So before getting into a job, if you want to learn everything, so like you may get into a job maybe like around 2030. You may not get into in 1 or 2 years. Why? You want to learn everything. So if you are trying to learn everything, you're going to get into a job market like around 2030. So that's the reason. Learn Python. But keep one thing in the brain. Don't focus on learning everything. So whatever you learn it, what is the purpose of a data scientist? Ask this question. The purpose of a data scientist is to add a value. Now, without adding a value, even if you know everything, there is no point in learning your entire course on data science. So whatever you learned it, can you really add a value? If you are unable to, then start thinking about only that element, practice around how you can add a value. Once you are very good with one, then get into the another element. Now, that's a simple tip which you need to focus. Now, you need to learn your programming like Python and R programming and learn about data warehousing basics. So, they are very, very important. So, normally we call SQL. Now, as a data scientist, we collect the data from a data warehouse. So, you need to know about data warehousing basics like OLTP, OLAP, star schema design, Snowflake schema design. You need to learn about all these particular elements. If you are going with SQL, learning about DDL commands, DML, so normally you learn all this in a course. Just read about data warehousing basics before you are getting into a course, or while you are into a course, read about data warehousing basics. And finally, learn about business intelligence. What is business intelligence is whatever the data you have it in a data warehouse, to understand it in a easy format, we use business intelligence, or we call data visualization. We can do data visualization using tools like Tableau, Power BI, or Excel. Learn any one tool. Learn Tableau or learn Power BI. Tableau is very, very easy. Now it's a drag and drop tool. For example, I'm just opening Tableau. Now this is Tableau. If you take, this is the UI of Tableau, and I want to open a data set. I'm just clicking on this. I got a data set. Now, if I want to create visualizations, here you got this show me. These are the different visualizations which are available within Tableau. I want to understand sales based on a particular category. I can just drag subcategory. I can drag some sales. I'm just taking sales and I'm dragging it. I'm able to get a visualization. So once I got a visualization, again, if I just hit control, and if I just drag it, I can duplicate it. And once I got it, I can just create a dual axis, and then I want to make one as my bar plot, and I'm just trying to reduce the size of the bar plot. Now in this way, what I'm doing, I'm just trying to take the balls, so like this round shape, and there I just want to have the colors. So for a different color, I'm just trying to drag it and I'm placing it inside the color. So now you're able to get this kind of chart. Now in this way, what you can do, you can create different types of charts, visualizations, you can demonstrate to your clients or stakeholders. It's a very easy tool, drag and drop tool called Tableau. If you find time, for example, now it's a weekend, you're feeling bored, just start spending time on Tableau. So you're gaining a skill. Now whatever visualization you create, don't just create a visualization. Why we created this visualization? What is the kind of benefit a superstore can draw from this visualization? Every time, every topic you are learning, so how you can add a value, that is the only key point. Now if you ask me, Kant, like you gave me, like you said, probability and statistics, yes, so probability and statistics plays a role in adding a value in your analysis. And whereas your math fundamentals like linear algebra, calculus and all this, you may not see the value to a business directly as a data scientist, but these concepts are underlying behind your machine learning or deep learning. To understand your machine learning concepts or deep learning better, this theory or this math fundamentals plays a role. Now if you are really planning for a data science career, focus on this fundamental, that's it. So now apart from it, if anyone want to learn beyond this, you can learn one more if you want to. Now there is nothing beyond on data science apart from the syllabus. The same thing in a course, you are going deeper, you are understanding every segment more detailed or a more deeper levels. And apart from this, if you want to master it, there is only one segment, the futuristic segment called as cloud platforms. Now if you want to gain any certification in between, you can gain something on your cloud platforms, that's it. So now there is nothing beyond this. If you are trying to learn more on data science in the future, I said, hey, you want to be curious, why? You keep on getting more and more tools. So between these branches, now on business intelligence, you may get more tools. Between this data warehousing, you may get different varieties of SQL tools. So between your programming, you may learn R programming, R or Python or Scala or Java, anything you may learn it. Now the overall core side, there is nothing beyond this. So keep these points in the brain, and before you are getting into data science, or even if you are into data science, when you find free time, just start brushing up this segment. Same like divide your day. For example, one day, Monday, you are giving it on basics of math. So Tuesday, you are giving time on statistics. On Wednesday, you are giving, so brushing up your fundamentals on maybe on programming. On Thursday, you are brushing up on your data warehousing. On Friday, on reporting. So whatever you brushed it up on all the Monday to Friday, you are brushing everything on your Saturday and Sunday. Or do Saturday and give a complete rest on Sunday. In case if you are very busy, then give a complete rest on Sunday. In case no, take a break for your work or something for 1 or 2 days. Give a dedicated time of at least 8 hours on 2 days. So you're gonna be progressing than your other learners in your course. Beyond them, you are able to progress a lot just by giving a lot of time on weekends. It means like solid time, 8 hours, or at least 6 hours. So by doing it, you are challenging yourself and you are able to grasp a lot of content, then taking a smaller chunk size information into your brain. So follow the small tips if you need. For example, if you find this informative and if you really need any guidance or mentorship, so you can book a free call with me. So like the links are in the description, so you can book a one-on-one career transition strategy call. I can guide you on how exactly to make a successful transition into data analytics, data science, AI. You can be fresher or experienced or even with a career gap. I can help you out how to make a successful transition. Thank you so much. If you like more content, please share your views in the comment section. I can create a more content around this. Thank you.